So this is part 2 of our talk here. I'm Charlotte.
And I'm Frida.
And together we are Leva Sockerfri, which in English actually means sugar-free living or live sugar-free. We work out of Sweden and have been working with treatment for sugar addiction, processed food addiction since 2016. And we work with a long-term treatment model. We have, as part of that, developed a workbook that we use as the base for our treatment. And we want to empower as many as possible, why we have made this free for download so that it's publicly available for anybody to work with, to map and find your solutions to regain your power and reclaim your life.
Yeah, so you can find this on the website here.
Yeah. And in our workbook, we have our third chapter in the workbook is about our motivation, our driving forces. And it helps you answer your big question, why change? Which can be a difficult one to figure out sometimes. And in this exercise, there are many different exercises in this chapter 3, but one is exploring your ambivalence, meaning exploring something that you are a little bit in doubt about. Should I or shouldn't I? Should I do this? Should I make this change? What difference will it do to me if I make this change?
Yes, and it's easier if you just put it down on a paper.
Yes.
Yeah.
Work with it on a piece of paper. So what we're doing now, the first part here, we will explain how you can explore your ambivalence, the method that we're using. And then I will ask Frida questions and she will answer them, and you will see how this can be worked with to figure out what to do, basically. So this ambivalence investigation, it's called an Ambivalence Cross that you fill in. So you can do that by having a piece of paper in front of you and simply making a cross like the gray that you find here with 4 squares. The first square, you should write things that you see as positive about making no change. Whatever you want to explore. If I don't do anything, what's positive about that? Don't dwell on it, but it's very good to understand what actually comes into mind when you ask yourself that question. In square number 2, there you actually put all your consequences if you do not change. What are the negative things maintaining status quo? How does that actually affect your health, your relations, your economy, your work, your free time, anything you can think of? Because these will be your main reasons and your initial driving force to actually implement change. In square number 3, you would write the first challenges that you see in actually making change. Meaning that you actually look at what are the obstacles that you see appearing in front of you if you should decide to make this change. And square number 4, there you focus on your benefits of making change. You look at your long-term goals. What is it that you really want to achieve in life with making this change? And this will be your real reasons for long-term change, and definitely not just the opposite to what you have in square 2, where you have your consequences. This can be 2 completely different things. One, the consequences, that's something that you want to get rid of. And square 4 is something that you want to achieve. And that's not necessarily opposite, so to say. And once you've done that, you can also start working on your action plan to see how do I actually mitigate these challenges? How do I work with them? Should I decide to do this? Yeah. So are you ready, Frida?
I am ready.
Yeah. What do you want to explore?
Well, a lot of sugar addicted has this question: should I eat sweeteners or not?
And so have you had that question. So in the top here, this is Frida's thing that she wants to explore. Should I really quit eating sweeteners or not?
Yeah.
Yeah. And in square number 1, now I want to know, Frida, what are the things that come to mind that are good with not making this change? If you keep eating sweeteners, what will the benefit of that be?
Okay, yeah. Well, I will avoid going cold turkey. Yes. And in social meaning, I don't have to be so odd and strange. I can be more like others.
At least appear to be more like others.
Exactly, but I don't have to be so like. I don't have to be so different.
No.
Yeah, that would be my 3 top choices by continue eating sweeteners.
Yeah. Okay. So these are really the reasoning for you to not making a change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be normal.
Yeah. Well, no surprise. Most normal people are actually having the same challenges as you are.
Yeah.
Most of people actually do.
That's true.
So the next part is this square 2. I would like to know, what consequences do you see if you do not change? What happens with you if you continue to eat sweetness?
Yes, and it's a lot actually. I think I will have a longer recovery. It will be a trigger for me because when I eat something sweet, even if it's not sugar, I would like to eat sugar after that. So it's a trigger. And then I will not avoid the craving, because I will have the craving anyway. The spinning thoughts and the brain fog will continue as before, and I will not be emotional stable anymore. I will be unstable. And I will lose focus, because when I have cravings, I lose focus on what's important in life. So it will affect my performance, because I will not have focus on my work. I think I will be not a good mom anymore, because if I'm unstable, I will not be able to focus on my family. And it will be a longer journey to reach what I want. I will also feel guilt, because I know that sweeteners is not very good for me. I know that. So I will feel guilty. And probably more self-confidence, because I will lose it, because I know that this is not good for me, but I do it anyway. So then I will have less self-compassion. So the list is long.
Well, that doesn't sound very good.
No.
It doesn't sound like it's a good idea to stick to the sweetness, right? So, if you should decide to skip the sweetness, what are your main challenges?
Well, it's always hard to feel awkward, to be different. So that's a challenge. And then I have to go cold turkey. I have to close the door to sweet taste, and that's always it's hard to do that. And also, people will probably question my choices. And then I have to stand up for myself and say no. And that's a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's tough ones.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But do you think it could be worth your while?
Yeah, maybe.
Let's look at what are the benefits that you actually see if you should decide to quit the sweetness.
Well, I will have a peace of mind, and that's nice to have, and a faster recovery, which also is something I want. And if I am focused, I will also have more time to really enjoy life instead of thinking when I can eat something sweet with sweetener in it. And I can allow myself to focus on me as well. I think I could be the best mother I can be when I can focus on health and family and life. And I want to die healthy. That's a big one for me. I think if you can die healthy, must be the best.
Die of old age.
Yes, exactly, as it should be. And also have a body and mind who can carry me and my weight just like that, and also not having joints that are hurting. And I would really like to walk the Annapurna circuit through Tibet. I've been wanting to doing that for like, I don't know, is it 15 or 20 years? I haven't had the opportunity yet, but I would like to have a body and mind who can do that. So yes, this is worth it.
That was great. Very interesting exercise, this one, Frida. If we look at the plus and minus here, are those together something that tells you that this is a change that you want to do? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. So is that worth more than what you see in square one?
Definitely.
Okay. You know that what you see in square one, that is actually your inner voice. This, you could call it the red dog or your false inner voice. That is actually, it's telling you this to prohibit you from change.
Yeah.
And when I look at what you have answered in the square 3, then it's actually that you need to find a plan to mitigate that inner voice.
Yes, to get the other voice to be louder.
Yeah, very interesting. I think in the next, we will look at what that plan will be.
Yeah.
So Frida, go ahead. This is your work plan.
Yes, this is my work plan. I have done it myself because if somebody else do it for you, it will not be as powerful. So I have to plan and prepare for this going cold turkey period. And And I think I need a community for help me with this. So I need to have knowledge about where to find that. I need a plan for the food, and even the timing for it, and the distractions, because I will have cravings, I think. So I need a plan for what to do or eat when the craving comes. Yeah, so I need to prepare that plan. That's the first thing.
Sounds like that could be an important one. So,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's very important. And then if somebody questions my choices, I also need to have a plan for that. Maybe I will need some discussions with other addicted, how others have done, and so I need this community somehow. And then some options for how to work, what should work for me when other gathers and eats my favorites, because it will happen Easter time, for example, eating chocolate, or I need to have a plan for that, what to do. And then also my self-compassion, that's also important to work with. Maybe if I can find some compassion group or something, to build up myself again, and then just start practicing. That could be pretty hard, actually, to work with self-compassion.
Yeah.
And confidence. Yeah, that's my my three most important thoughts about this.
That's very interesting, because that's basically that's how you meet and mitigate the challenges that you see in doing this change.
Yeah. And then it feels better to know what to do than just, I need to do this, but I don't know how.
Yeah. And most of all, you also know why you want to do it.
Yes. That's great.
Yeah.
Feels good.
Great.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Yeah. Hopefully that gave an understanding of how you could actually work with some of the tools in this workbook.
Frida and Charlotte, that was just a brilliant example of how to do it, and so lovingly presented. So thank you very much.
Thank you too. Yeah, so this was part 2, you could say, in this round of talks, where we actually dug into the workbook and looked at one of the tools that we have in chapter 3, looking at why you should actually change. In part 1, we talked about the workbook in general and how to work with it. And the next part is part 3, where we will look at how you can work solution focused and use the workbook as a base for that. So that'll be the next part.
Thank you. Thank you from Food Addiction Institute for your generosity with this book that's available on your website and launched in English, so it's easily accessible and available in other languages around the world. So to spread the information to all of your friends. And thank you again, Frida And Charlotte?